start with the statement?
Yeah, I got to tip your hat to Coach Harrell and his staff. Um, they did a great job. First quarter, we were overwhelmed, and with them, very disappointing with the penalties in the first half. Out of our uncharacteristic of our football team up to this point, without many. I think it was probably maybe close to 9 penalties. They didn't accept it, like 3 of them maybe. But we were. It took us a full quarter to get settled in, get our cleats in the ground. A couple of positives offensively in the second quarter. Grayson, again, no running game all game, and it's hard to play quarterback when you can't run the football. He has to pick 6. The ball's a little behind. They returned for a touchdown, and he kept battling, and we got some points on the board. Javen continues to make plays for us. Positive. We come out in the second half, and defensively we couldn't get off the field. We settled in on the penalty piece of it, and tried to make it a 2-score game. Offensively we just couldn't get anything put together. So again, I tip my hat to Coach Harrell. They're tied for the lead in our conference for a reason. Defensively, they're probably the completest team that we played. Offense and defense for sure. Offensively, very efficient, as you guys know, and then defensively, they're top 3 in the country at tackle for losses. And you get behind the chains, and then bad things happen. So our goal was, as a staff, not to stay ahead of the chains the best we could, and it was basically impossible to do with no running game. So I thought very classy by Coach, taking a knee, great sportsmanship by him. So I want to make a note of that. With that, I'll open up for questions.
Coach, you get down early, 28-0, start early in the second quarter. What can you talk about the team's fight to not let that get to them getting down that early?
Yeah, and I appreciate that, because I'm just telling you, I was that's probably the most disappointed I've been as a ball coach in 38 years. Just how we started, coming off an open week, and I've got to fix it. We gotta look and assess our preparation. On the road, it was very much like the South Florida game. We got to get the South Florida team. We're on the road on a big stage against a good football team, and maybe we're playing too tentatively. And so we're gonna have to overcome that. And so back to your question, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. Those players on the sideline got me out of the rabbit hole, because I was down, and they inspired me to get my head up, my shoulders back, to be honest with you, because they kept fighting. And that's pretty much what I told them at halftime.
Coach, Grayson Loftus connected on some nice deep balls today to Javen and Sean Brown. How have you seen Grayson Loftus improve as the season has continued?
Yeah, he certainly did, and he finally got some time. He was kind of running around in the first quarter again. They were kind of spaghetti both sides on some pressures. We had not very good field position. We were backed up, at least 2 of those. So kind of a tough environment for a quarterback. But he got some protection, some 4-man rushes, and maybe a 3-man, and read the field and got the ball out on time. And obviously, Sean, the last 6-7 games has made some big plays for us. And of course, Javen's made them, basically all year for us. The catch that Javen made in the third quarter, let's see, on their end zone where their facility is, that was as good as catch as I've ever seen. How he tracked the ball, the defensive back undercut it, and he's able to make the catch. That's a big time play. So back to your question on Grayson, there's a lot of positives. We gotta continue to find a running game for him. That's when he's going to be at his best.
Coach, we talked about it earlier in the week. This is a rivalry game. What was the rivalry crowd like with having those fans that really don't like your team out there?
Yeah, again, it was great college atmosphere. And this is my first trip here, and they got a beautiful place. They had a nice crowd, and it was your normal college football heckling. It was done tastefully, and they did a real nice job.
Coach, after the loss against Temple, you talked about how the team responded after the pick six. How do you feel as if the team responded better or worse against the pick six today?
Again, the question was how do I feel the team did responded after the pick six? I mean, you got to again. I grabbed Grayson after our team prayer headed to the band. I told him I was very proud of him. Because I said it's again repeating myself here, but it's tough sledding to run the ball. So we had to move the chains with throwing it. They know you're throwing. They're pinning their ears back, and he throw a pick six, and that's a lot on the quarterback. And again, we scored the last two possessions, or the last one maybe. The last two I think in the second quarter, and it was through the air. I think we had 0 yards rushing at halftime. And again, I'm very proud of him, and it's something we can certainly build off of.
Anything else, guys?
One more. With you guys playing
one more.
slowly for the rest of the year, what are you hoping to see from the team as the season continues?
One more time, David. Sorry.
With you guys playing spoiler for the rest of the year, what are you hoping to see from the team as the season continues?
We're playing spoiler the rest of the year. What do you want to see out of the team?
Oh yeah. Okay. Right now, our focus is going to be on UTSA. And I told the team at the hotel, hey, there's 20 days left, 20, and there's going to be nothing left in the tank. We are going to play our best ball. The seniors stood up. Sean Brown running right by me right here, and it's their last time to play in front of Niner Nation, and I want that to be a great experience. We're playing a good football team with UTSA. They had the upset against Tulane 2 weeks ago, and then played a really good South Florida team at South Florida, which we have as well. So I want our guys to have a great experience playing in front of our home crowd for the last time. Those seniors.
John, what was it like playing against ECU? Huge crowd, a lot of happy fans to see you. What were you thinking?
I remember I played here last year. I was really just or not last year, 2 years ago. I was a special teams guy, really a gunner. Didn't have any catches. I remember I got slapped in the face on a no call, but I'm happy with what I did here. You want to win, obviously. I wanted to be 3-0, have 3 game balls. That stinks, but it's still great. It's a fun atmosphere. I love the grass field. I don't know. I just like I getting booed, I guess. It's a fun experience for me. I don't know.
Sean, looking ahead to next week, last time in front of Niner Nation, what's going to be the key for this team turning around put on a good showing for that last time in front of the crowd?
I just know Niner Nation's going to show up. They do every time. And I'm just blessed to be able to go out there and play in front of them because it's really fun to play in front of them. But I wanted them to be there the full 4 quarters and watch a great football game with us coming on top and winning. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to figure some stuff out. Honestly, on the way back on the bus, I got my iPad. I'll watch the film. You just go 110. You got practice again. Just get back on the horse and keep going.
Grayson Loftus wasn't the week 1 starter, but he's kind of stepped into the role and I think played a little bit better as the season continued. What have you seen from him as he continues to get those reps?
He's getting a lot more composed in the games. He seems more comfortable out there. He's I think I did not gas myself up, but we did a good job communicating with each other this week. And we were both like, hey, that's what we need to do every week. And I think it showed this week. So I just got to keep that up during practice, both of us. And I'm proud of him. He does a great job. I mean, being the best. I've seen this before, obviously, so he's doing a great job stepping up and making plays for us.
When the running game's not going like it's been for Charlotte and you're down 28-0, how much more difficult does that make the passing game getting working with your quarterback?
It's just hard. I know that. I know a bunch of NFL guys can tell you how much you need a run game, but it sounds selfish, but I'm the guy in NCAA who never runs the ball, so I like that. we do need a run game to get some more pass things open.
You and Javen have really emerged as a dynamic combo. What's it like for you to be able to play off of him, and what do you think it's like for him to play off of you?
I just know he played at LSU. I always make jokes with him and Coach Turner. They're from LSU. They were there last year, so I'm like, does this feel the same as Death Valley? Or so I always mess around with them. But Javen's done a great job. I remember I was just getting some treatment one day. Just came in to get some treatment, and I saw him. I'm like, hey, I'm Sean. Nice to meet you. Coach Turner's like, he's going to be a great slot guy for us, and I was like, perfect. And we sit next to each other in the locker room. Great guy. I love him. Good kid. And he's been making plays. I tell you, anytime I see the ball in the air for like more than 3 seconds, I look down there, it's Javen. I'm like, all right, we're good. So it's fun seeing that. So he's doing a great job. I love playing ball with him.